Have you ever driven down a mountain road and felt that moment of sheer panic when your brakes start to fade? That high-pitched whine? That mushy pedal feel? The terrifying realization that your 1,000-pound machine might just keep going? It's a primal fear, one that every driver has faced at some point. Today, we take our ability to stop for granted, but for the first generation of drivers, the difference between a scenic Sunday drive and a catastrophic accident was often a prayer and a thin piece of leather. We're going on a journey through a century of friction, heat, and innovation, exploring the history of the single most important safety feature in any vehicle, the brake. Picture this, the 1920s. Roads are bumpy, cars are heavy, and if you needed to stop quickly, you were mostly out of luck. The earliest braking systems were rudimentary at best. Take the iconic Ford Model T. It didn't actually have brakes on all four wheels. It had a transmission band brake, literally a fabric belt tightened around a drum and a tiny parking brake that worked on the rear wheels. If you slammed the brakes, you risked shredding the band or burning through the wooden block that served as a rudimentary pad. The heat generated could turn those wood blocks into charcoal in seconds, leaving you utterly helpless. Stopping distance wasn't measured in feet. It was measured in hope. These early systems were unreliable, maintenance-intensive, and frankly, dangerous. The real game-changer arrived with hydraulic fluid. In the 1930s, engineers realized that using liquid pressure could distribute force equally to all four wheels, giving the driver much better control and much more stopping power. This paved the way for the drum brake. For decades, the drum brake reigned supreme. Inside a metal drum attached to the wheel, curved shoes lined with friction material would push outwards against the inner surface when the pedal was pressed. It was effective, but it had a critical flaw: heat. Drum brakes are essentially closed environments. All that friction and heat gets trapped, and when they get too hot, the shoes can literally glaze over, or the fluid can boil, leading to severe brake fade. If you've ever seen the black trails of rubber near the bottom of a steep hill, that's often the result of overheating, drum brakes failing. But in the early 1950s, competitive racing forced the innovation we rely on today: the disc brake. The story goes back to the grueling LA Mans race. Jaguar was using heavy drum brakes on their C-Type race cars, and they kept overheating and failing, costing them crucial time. They needed something that could dissipate heat instantly. The solution was brilliant in its simplicity: a rotor that spins openly between two calipers holding pads. Because the rotor is exposed to the air, heat dissipation is dramatically improved. Instead of trapping the heat, the system sheds it constantly. The disc brake quickly moved from the racetrack to everyday roads, offering superior performance, consistency, and reliability, especially in wet conditions. For decades, the disc brake was the peak of braking technology. But even with perfect hardware, human reaction time remained the weakest link. Under panic braking, drivers tend to lock up the wheels. Once the wheels stop turning, you lose all steering control, resulting in a dangerous skid. This brought us into the digital era of stopping. In the late 1970s and 80s, the anti-lock braking system, or ABS, revolutionized safety. Instead of letting the driver lock the wheels, ABS uses sensors to detect if a wheel is about to stop rotating during heavy braking. It then rapidly pulses the brakes up to 15 times a second to maximize stopping power while maintaining traction. The crucial difference is control. With ABS, you can slam the pedal and still steer around an obstacle, a feat that was impossible just a few decades prior. ABS is now mandatory globally, saving countless lives every year, marking the point where computers took over optimizing our physical safety. And the materials themselves have continued to evolve far beyond simple steel and asbestos. Today, high-performance vehicles utilize carbon ceramic rotors. These glowing red discs are incredibly light, exceptionally resistant to heat, and can handle the extreme demands of hypercars, proving that materials science is just as critical as the mechanical design. So, where are we headed next? The future of stopping is moving away from purely mechanical friction. For high-speed vehicles, we are seeing the resurgence of air brakes. Think Formula One or hypercars, where active aerodynamics wings pop up to create massive drag, helping to scrub speed instantly without touching the wheels. But the real holy grail lies in electric vehicles. EVs have the ability to decelerate using their motors, a process called regenerative braking, which captures kinetic energy and pumps it back into the battery. This not only saves energy but drastically reduces wear on the physical brakes. In the even more distant future, concepts involving electromagnetic braking systems are being explored. Imagine a system using powerful magnetic fields to instantly counter the momentum of the car without any physical contact, leading to frictionless, immediate stops. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the science of stopping. If you enjoyed tracing the evolution of these life-saving technologies, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more automotive history, and let us know in the comments, what's the worst brake fade experience you've ever had?